It's day 5 here, left for tomorrow or the next day of the chuck steak made from a chuck pot roast. And here's day 4, actually dinner tonight once again. We are gonna enjoy a delicious butter fried salted steak using the grass-fed butter, Himalayan pink sea salt, and the cast iron pan here. We'll just cook it a couple times. I am looking forward to this steak as much as any night. It's always good. Carnivore is easy when you're eating what makes you happy, and it really does has long-term effects and short-term effects on your demeanor, your happiness, and maybe much more than that. Yeah, muscle building, losing weight, healthy fat, better brain function, energy, more energy. It's just a good thing. Get on a carnivore diet if you haven't tried it. I recommend it. I've been dabbling with it for, let's see, probably about 6 months or so, with fresh chicken eggs for breakfast and bacon, which I hadn't been doing for several years. Couldn't digest it that well, slowly worked into it. Got our own chickens and basically our own ground beef also in the freezer. And now we occasionally get more steaks that we make from beef chuck roast, pot roast. We slice it thinner, 1.5 1.25 thick, even 1 inch thick for my wife, 1.25 1.5 thick for me. This is actually going to be probably 2 meals out of this, so overall we're going to have basically 10 meals plus 2 to 4 more meals from leftovers from the night before. We can't eat it all. It's pretty good. So total cost between $3.50 and $4.50 per steak. And this is USDA choice. It's boneless. It's good stuff. Very good flavor, good marbling in the meat. So we're getting plenty of fat like a ribeye steak. And with the choice, you get more fat, USDA choice, versus prime, which is less fat. That's maybe a little bit more uniform marbling in a prime steak, but for the difference of about $4 a pound, I can actually $4 to $5 a pound. Well, yeah, right around $4 or $5 a pound at least difference. I can enjoy this, and the budget goes farther for our food. We're not buying a bunch of vegetables and fruits and all that stuff, just a few things here and there occasionally, but trying to get mostly to a meat diet with turkey, different cuts of beef, eggs, bacon. I like to get the best bacon I can get, which is uncured and no sugar, no additives, just salt. And so I get that and get a good price on that. And it's about $6 a pound. A pound and a half, I guess it is actually, so about $4 a pound. Probably right in there, 5, I guess. It comes out to about $5 a pound. And just enjoy it. So there we go. I'll show you what this looks like when it's done and how it cuts. I'm slow cooking it on 4 on my 10 And I'm going to flip it right now. So I can keep the camera kind of steady for you. See what it looks like. So good, it's not braised yet. Just enough to do it the way I think we should do it. And then I'm going to braise it on high heat towards the end and serve it with butter. Going to add a little salt here now. And I believe this Himalayan sea salt is better than, or it's not sea salt, it's actually salt from salt mines in the ground, and it's very mineral rich. It's, regular sodium, as in conventional salt, is pure sodium, no trace minerals in it. This is a variety of minerals in the pink salt, the Himalayan salt, and so it's much better for you. It's an electrolyte, and my wife did suffer with low levels of sodium, almost put her out just 2 months ago. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, late October, so about 3 months ago, about 90 or 100 days ago, when we really got more serious about the carnivore. We started having more salt with the meat, and so that prevented her from further problems. She had some bad problems. Emergency visit to the hospital. Anyway, going to braise these at a higher temperature. In just a few minutes, we're going to put it up to 7 and braise it to a darker color. It'll look really good. Oh, I didn't turn it up yet. Okay. Now it's time to turn it up. That second one here on the left might be a little rare because we just turned it, but it'll be okay. Now we got it up to 7, so it's going to start browning it. I turned it up to 7.5. I steamed up this lens on this camera phone here the other night because I had it too close to that steam, but doing good so far. And get some of that ground beef out of the freezer, and that'll be thawed enough to make some power bowl tomorrow morning, maybe with scrambled eggs and ground beef and bacon all mixed together, salted, buttered. Use butter to make the scrambled eggs. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. 5.5. I'm anxious to eat, so get it moving along here pretty quick. It's 7 o'clock at night. Pretty late for the winter time to eat. Got a couple basketball games I want to watch on TV. WSU and Gonzaga are playing. They played each other a few nights ago, and then one of my teams there lost, but they're playing tonight 2 other teams, so they're not playing each other, but it'll be kind of fun to keep up with them, since I'm hoping to be playing basketball here again in the next month. Got my procedure next week, and then a couple, 3-4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks of recovery, and then hopefully back into the basketball, actually for the first time in 5 years, since I was in my early 60s. Now I'm in my late 60s, and excited to see what I can do on the court. I used to feel like I was 25 years old out there, so I was mostly eating a lot of meat back then too, and I think eggs actually through some of that time too, but had some problems, and I had the abdominal hernia through a lot of that, but I never really missed a day because of that, except for when I was going to have the surgery. I missed the surgery, didn't work out. Blood pressure was too high, so then I didn't go back to the gym because I'd closed out my membership, and then I started a farm. I was back in 2015. Then I went back in the fall of that year, 9 months later, basically, and started playing again. Kind of got right into it. Had some of my best times there. So that was 2015, and played up to 2020 when COVID hit. So after all total 11 years, 10 years that I actually played, 1 year total off, one for my heart specialist said, oh, you can't play now till we see you. So I went in there 18 days later, missed a couple, 3 weeks of basketball, which kind of upset me, but he said, oh, okay, you're fine. The order looks good. Why don't you can go back and play basketball. I'll see you in 2 years. So did that, and everything was pretty awesome. And trying if I could go back again because different things going on. Finally went back. They said, okay, well, you're kind of critical. You might have to do surgery, but we didn't do the surgery. So here 2.5 years later, almost 3, probably not going to have the surgery because things checked out okay still. So just want to be safe and healthy, and basketball gives me that time to sweat and exercise and stretch and lift weights and do that. So I'm hopefully being able to do that for 3 to 5 days a week. We'll see what happens on that. Keep you informed. Subscribe if you haven't, and keep watch. I'm going to shut this down, and this video is about over. Except I should. Let's see, I already salted this. I'm going to add some butter on it and then serve it. Just use a small plate because this is dinner here. So I've got a couple small plates. And I'll get a couple of good steak knives. And a couple forks. Anyway, I'm pretty basic here, nothing fancy on cooking or videoing. Just try to get it done. So I'll flip that over a little bit. This one's thinner, so that one should be all done. Heat's off. Put the salt over here. I wish you could smell this. It smells great. I hope you get a chance to try a steak cooked like this. You don't have to barbecue or smoke or anything else. You want a quick meal. This video has been less than 14 minutes so far, so we'll cut it off here. And let's slice into some of that steak. I'm sure it's probably a little bit rare, but that's okay. There you can still see the plate, I think. Let's take the thinner one first. And that was slightly less time. Cut through here. Oh, perfect. Now cut another little piece off. My wife probably won't eat about 2/3 of this, so we're going to get About 12 meals out of this steak. That's perfect. And that's for her. She's not quite believing in the carnivore thing yet, but I'm force feeding her steak, and it's really pretty easy to do. Just trying to get her back off on carbs and stuff, because you shouldn't be eating that, and also anything that has seed oils in it. I just watched a good video on that, and Dr. Sarah. And let's see where we're at here. Oh, good. I think that's going to be, that's done. It's rare, but it's done. And there we go. I'm going to add a little butter to serve this up. All right, well, thanks for watching, and have a great day.